This paycheck, $1,972.50. My rent? Not this time, but before you cheer, credit card debt took its cut. The real win? For once, I'm not spending every penny. This month, I fight for something new, a tiny cushion in my checking account. No dumb purchases, no regrets, just some breathing room. Let's break down exactly how I plan on pulling this off. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Rachel, and if you're new here, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and ring the notification bell. We're growing this community to 100,000 subscribers by the end of this year, and I need your help to do so. And if you're not new here, you know the drill. My name is Rachel. I live in the Tampa Bay area. I rent this lovely, lovely apartment. I am an empty nester. Both of my kids are grown and gone and doing their own thing. I have one daughter that's 23 years old, and she's a stay-at-home mom, and then another daughter that's 20 years old, and she joined the Army at the end of 2024. I am also a dog mom, a proud dog mom to a cute little girl named Scout. She will be 8 this month. Can you believe it? August 17th is Scout's birthday. So wish her a happy birthday. She's gonna need it this year. She's gonna be 8. I can't believe it. I got her when she was this tiny. Like literally, she was the size of my hand. And my hand is small because I'm only 5 foot. I am also a salaried corporate employee, and I make about $70,000 a year prior to taxes. Paid off my car in 2023. I also have a couple of debts. I have credit card debt, and right now my balance is about $4,800 on my credit card debt. I also have student loan debt, and my balance on my student loan debt is about $89,000. I got my laptop here. We're gonna break down my August budget. Let's get into the numbers. Last payday budgeting video, we budgeted for the first half of August, and now we're gonna budget for the second half of August. I know it's the first of the month, basically, but I didn't get this paycheck until after rent was due, so we had to use the last paycheck for the first half of the August month. Like I said at the top of the video, I am a salaried corporate employee, so I make basically the same thing every payday. After taxes, after my high yield savings contribution of $200 every time I get paid, and after my 2% contribution to my 401k every time I get paid, I am bringing home to budget with $1,972.50. For once, I'm gonna sit my butt home and do nothing this payday. No getaways, no vacations, no travel that I'm aware of, nothing. I'm just gonna be sitting at home, rotting, wasting away, and saving some of this extra money. Let's get into it all. Last payday budgeting video, we budgeted to pay for my cell phone plan. So we paid $25 to my cell phone service. And this payday budget, we are budgeting to pay for my actual cell phone. So I bought an iPhone 16 Pro a little over a month ago. I've already made one payment towards the payment plan. It is interest free. I know it's probably not the smartest idea to be able to afford a phone, but that's just my reality right now. That's just how I'm living. I didn't feel like it was necessary to pull money out of my high yield savings account to buy the phone since the plan is interest free. And as soon as my credit cards we're done paying on those, I'm gonna have just one payment, and I should be able to pay all of for the phone and should be paid for. So not to fret, y'all, we will have it under control very soon, but we are budgeting $44.84 to pay for the actual phone this payday. And then my car insurance went down about $1. I make a monthly payment towards my plan for my car insurance, and I think I have Geico. I have Geico. Every time I look, I'm like, do I have Geico or Progressive? But I had Progressive last time, and I switched to Geico to get a little bit of a discount. And my plan is to pay this $120.08 for this month. I have 2 months left after this month. My plan expires in October. So then I'm hoping I can get it down a little bit more. Car insurance in Florida is just insane. Nothing changed from North Carolina, where I was paying about $80 a month, to Florida. Like, I don't have any speeding tickets, no violations, no car accidents, absolutely nothing changed. It's the fact that I moved from North Carolina, where I was paying about $80 a month, to Florida, where I'm paying over $100 a month. It's literally insane. And then my electric bill, I am so proud of myself. I really don't know what happened, but my last electric bill was about $188, and this one is $143.58, which is literally insane. I cut about, $40 off? About $44 off? I think one thing I know that I changed is I have a desk back here because I work from home on Fridays, and it is one of those desks where you can push buttons and it goes up and down like in height, which I love because I have a little treadmill. I like to sit a lot of my day. Sometimes I'll stand. So I like to be able to have it up and down. And I was just keeping that plugged in at all times. And I recently thought, I didn't even think about it because I plugged it in when I got it and never unplugged it, And it's really hot this time of year, so the electric bill is going to be a little elevated from the time that I first got the desk a few months ago and set it up. I set it up, I plugged it in, and never thought once about it. And then a few weeks ago, I was like, you know what? Maybe that's the cause, because I just happened to be over in that part of my apartment over there. Not like my apartment is huge, but I happened to just be over by my desk and thinking, oh my gosh, I can unplug this. So I unplugged that. I unplugged the treadmill when I'm not using them. And all I know is my bill went down about $44. So I'm wondering if it's that. I'm not quite sure because I'm using the AC just as much as I was using it for last month's bill. Because it's hot this time of year. We've had a heat advisory after heat advisory, day after day. It's been so hot. I've had to cut Scout's walks short in the evening after work. I let her go about halfway, and then we go out again at about 7 or 8 o'clock for another little shorter walk. Sometimes a longer walk, just depending on how tired I am at the end of the day. So that's a blessing that my electric bill went down. Groceries, you guys know I always budget $120 for each week, so that's $240 total. And I always budget $100 for gas, that's $50 each week for gas. My credit cards, this is a paycheck where I don't have to pay rent, but I do have to pay credit cards. I am nearing the end of a credit card payment chapter, at least for my City Simplicity credit card. If you watch my last July wrapped budget, my budget recap video for July, which I will link somewhere up here for you guys to go back and watch if you're new here. I make a wrapped video, like a recap video at the end of each month. I started doing that a few months ago. So July goes over where I stand as far as my credit card debt, so I'm not going to go in depth in this video, but I'm nearing the end of a chapter with my City Simplicity credit card. We're there. We're almost there. We have a few months left. I'm not too excited. We do have a few months left, but I do think I'm going to get an extra paycheck in October. I think I'll have 3, so I think I'll have 1 that I can just save back into my little slush fund in my checking account that I desperately need. It's like on 0. In fact, this morning I was thinking, is it going to be negative? Like, I can't go into the negatives in my checking account, so we'll figure it out. But it's really low just due to purchases over the summer, traveling for my daughter's graduations and stuff for the Army. But we're done traveling for right now. So back on track, because I will go on a side quest tangent. Credit cards. We're going to pay $508.37, and that is for both of my credit cards. And I do want to reiterate right here in this video that my credit cards right now are interest-free. I don't know if people just aren't watching my videos all the way through, but I have so many people that are commenting and telling me that I should take the money out of my high yield savings account. I think about $4,800 left on my credit cards. I should take that out of my high yield savings account and pay it towards my credit cards. And I'm like, absolutely not. My high yield savings account is about 4% interest and my credit cards is 0% interest. So I will continue to just do what it do and make my credit card payments. I have my entire amortization schedule built out to pay off my credit cards before the interest kicks in. Is it kicking my ass to pay these every single month? Yes, because that's money, that $508.37 could go to something else. Could go to my little slush fund in my checking account, my student loans. I could be building up my high yield savings account. I actually really need to rehaul my wardrobe, like so many things. I mean, that $580 isn't going to be able to take care of all of that. But gosh darn it, it's kicking my butt every single month to be able to pay for these. But I am very grateful that I can put so much toward them. And I just know once I'm done paying these freaking suckers off, I will not allow myself to go into credit card debt. Not. I will figure out something. I don't care what I have to do. And then my CapCut membership, where I pay for, or where I edit all of these videos, is $9.99. Scout's meds. Scout is on a Apoquel pill. She has severe allergies, and I normally get her a Cytopoint shot prior to the Apoquel pills, but the Cytopoint shot just wasn't doing it. Like, I was having to go back pretty often to get them, and the vet was recommending instead of doing that, let's move her to Apoquel. So she has such bad allergies. I don't know what happened, because when she was a baby and when she was a little like 3-year-old dog, she didn't really have bad allergies. I don't know, something between like 3 to 4 or 3 and 5 is when she really started kicking the allergies, and they've just been bad ever since. We were doing Cytopoint shots for a few years, and I just feel like they weren't doing what they need to be doing. She is also on hydrolyzed protein dog food, and she pretty much has a pretty strict diet. Her treats are hydrolyzed, her dog food is hydrolyzed, and then she gets a joint supplement, and then she gets her medicine. That's the 4 things that she basically eats. And she also has hydrolyzed protein canned dog food if she wants a little variation from her kibble. But unfortunately, she lives a very boring life as far as like what she can eat. She used to be able to eat like little bites off my plate and like little snacks, peanut butter. I think I personally, in my brain and in my gut, think Scout is mildly allergic to peanut butter. She doesn't go into anaphylaxis, but whenever I've given her peanut butter over the last like year or two, which she hasn't had peanut butter in months and months and months, like 6 or 7 months, but the last few times I've given her peanut butter, I just noticed like that day or the next day, she's like, her ears are all gunked up again, and I don't know. It's just really weird. So, yeah, unfortunately. Anyway, back to that. I have to give her Apoquel, and that is $85.22, which is so outrageous. And then every week I put $20 towards my Roth IRA, so I am budgeting $40 for my Roth IRA. And then I got Apple Music, and that is $10.99 for Apple Music. All of my expenses combined is $1,303.07. That will leave me with $669.43. And my plan is to not go over my grocery budget. Recently, I've been able to keep my groceries within about $70, so that's my plan. So any bit extra that I can pour out of this budget will be great, because all of that is going to be sticking right into my checking account. I'm just going to let this sit in my checking account, because I have basically nothing in there. Like I was saying, this morning I was thinking about, I just paid my rent, like I just got groceries, I got gas. I'm trying to think if I paid a bill. Like I haven't looked. Normally everything I pay on my Bilt credit card, but I paid that off every single week, so I'm not worried about that credit card. That's not a payment plan. I pay that off every single week, and I just pay all of that because I get points, But I was just thinking about that. I haven't looked at the balance today, so I'm not sure what the balance is past just paying my rent. So I'm a little nervous, but I think we're fine. If anything, I'll pay what I can, and then I'll just pay again when I get paid with this, because I'm recording this a few days prior to payday, so that way I have time to edit. But any bit of money is going to go straight into my checking account, and we're going to build up our little slush fund. This month, no dumb purchases, no emergencies, just about $700 left in my checking account. It's not a lot, it's not enough, but it's something. And after years of living in the negative, that's a win. And if you're also fighting for breathing room, smash that like button. It's our we're crawling out of this hole together pact. Okay, I love y'all, and I will see y'all in the next video. Mwah! Bye!